I mean, I could just talk loud from here, right?
Yeah, that too.
Like uncomfortably loud. Hello.
Okay.
All right.
So this is Daniel.
I guess.
If you didn't know him, he was in my video game music challenge and in my Red Robin.
Red Robin, yeah.
Broke my New Year's resolution.
There we go.
So we're gonna go ahead and do another podcast.
-2.
-2. Episode -2.
Episode
Very
-2,
correct,
baby.
Very correct.
Let's go.
We got the laptop. We got our water here. And let's go ahead and get started. So, with me being the host, you would assume I would be talking about the topics. But since it's in the negatives, we're going to let the guests talk about the topics.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
All right. That's
because,
good.
I mean, last episode, Kenny talked about a topic. And
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, sure.
All right. Well, I do actually have a topic for us.
Okay.
It's been on my mind lately. Video games. And I know that that's kind of generic, but I do have somewhere I'm going to go with this. So I found personally my time has been divided between like a lot of video games. Okay. Right. But something that I was noticing is that all these video games are following like a really common theme now, and that's like battle passes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You knew where I was going.
Yeah.
And so my question to you is going to be, where do you see video games as a whole in the future? Because as it is now, I feel like they're trying to jump on whatever's like the new thing, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think like, yeah. There's a lot of video game trends nowadays, and a lot of it's battle pass. So, I mean, here, let's list off some games. So it's like,
well, this is the reason I was thinking about it, because okay, we got Apex, right?
Yeah, Apex.
We have Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite, but I mean it's the same concept. We've got League of Legends, which now has like 2 different battle passes now.
Oh, really?
Well, because it's got like the passes, like the season pass things with like the points and like the orbs and all that stuff. But then also they just released the what are they called? You know, like the stat trackers.
Oh, the stat trackers. Oh, that's considered a battle pass too.
Kind of, because they go by like season.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I don't know. And then what else? There's
you also got Call of Duty.
Modern
Warfare.
Yep.
You also had it in Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 had it. I remember that.
And like, I don't know about Overwatch. I don't know what they're doing.
No, I don't think Overwatch is doing.
They've got loot crates.
Yeah, I know there's a few other games here. Let's look it up. But I know for a fact that it is. There are games out there with battle passes. I think PUBG. Does PUBG have one?
PUBG does, I think. The last time I played it, I'm pretty sure it had something similar.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just a lot of the games that I've been into at the moment. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. So we got a good amount. Okay. Yeah. Dota.
Yeah.
Destiny is having one. Paladins. Yeah. PUBG is one of them.
Oh, Magic the Gathering Arena. That's the card game.
Yeah. Quake Champions.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Dota.
Yeah. PUBG.
Realm Royale. South Park Phone Destroyer.
Hey.
Wow.
I don't know what that
South Park Phone Destroyer. Okay. Well, like, so regarding your question, what's like the future for video games and everything else? You know, I kind of like, so honestly, to look forward, we kind of have to look back too. So I don't know if they started it personally, but I kind of, when I first saw it personally, when I saw like the idea of a battle pass, I saw it first in Fortnite. You know, when Fortnite was blowing up, it was going crazy, and like
right before that whole like the meteor thing. Like, I didn't follow it that closely,
and then like along with this, like it was like even though even for like Fortnite, like the whole series of like battle royale started blowing up too. That category of type of games. You know, because it first started off with like PUBG. It was like PUBG and Fortnite. It was like H1Z1. Remember?
Or H1Z1.
Because I remember playing that.
Beginning of it.
Yeah, the beginning of it, and then PUBG came out, and I remember we started playing that, and then Fortnite blew up. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, Fortnite! Yeah. Default dance."
All right.
Yeah, no, Fortnite. You can kind of see like the Fortnite. what do you call that? They're like the people who started
Trendsetters.
Yeah, trendsetters. Like
Mhm.
they're the one who led it.
Yeah.
You know, and like I'm not gonna lie, it was a really good idea. You know,
Mhm.
it's a really good idea. You know,
Mhm.
it wasn't pay to win. You know, it was a lot of cosmetics, a lot of
Right.
emotes. You know, and it was perfect for that game. You know, because it was like, oh, like you get a bunch of emotes,
Like
you get a bunch
free
of bunch
stuff.
of cosmetics, and it's free. Like you get like these really cool skins. You get like
Mhm.
how many skins? Like 5-6 skins for the price of $10. You
Yeah.
know? And usually like if you go in like the store, it'll be like
Yeah,
$10
like $20 for, like, this
$10 or $20
elite
for a
skin.
Yeah, and like
Ultimate.
it got better and better because like you know like as you saw like the seasons more come out, you know it was like even more like sexier skins, sexier, but cooler skins, you know.
Right.
Legendary skins, you know, right when you buy the battle pass right off the bat, you get like a legendary skin or
Mhm.
like a really cool looking skin. So I kind of thought that was like it was cool, you know. I really like the idea of battle pass, and you know, kind of seeing it in like Apex or like especially I saw it in Black Ops 4
Mhm.
and Call of Duty. I was like, oh wow, they're doing it,
Like,
and
they're following that trend.
And I kind of saw that same concept being applied to other games. I was like, oh, Apex is doing it too. Okay. So now it's like, I wouldn't say common, but it's pretty common in like, I guess like shooters.
Right.
Yeah. Shooters or like
I mean, anything
games where
now,
you can like do cosmetics.
right, where you
know,
have cosmetics.
where
Exactly.
it's an access to cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
yeah, no.
Here's my opinion on it,
Mhm.
because I don't know if you know, I just got you do. I just got the battle pass for Apex because I got the new race skin.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I did.
Shit, man, let's go.
Yeah, man, and
That's what's
it's
up,
it's
that's
nice
what's
and I
up.
like it.
Yeah.
My opinion on it though, I don't know. As soon as I got it, I kind of I don't regret it, but it's like I know that I'm probably not gonna finish it, so I'm not gonna get back what I put into it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna try for sure, but like I feel like it's if you have the dedication or the time dedication, I should say, to finish it out, then it's probably for the best. If not, well, and you know, because if you finish it, you get it back, right? You get like what you put in, you get the same amount of coins plus a little extra.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like you're still making something off of it, quote unquote, making something.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, like I said, if I don't have the time to finish it, then I'm gonna have some cool stuff, but then I'm gonna have to buy another pass.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to do that, you
Yeah,
know?
I feel.
So it puts you in a position where it's like you have to now commit yourself to that pass.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've been dividing my time between a lot of different games, like Modern Warfare, which
Warfare.
I'm a real big fan of. I really like it. But then Apex, which I'm also a huge fan of, and a bunch of other stuff. But now I feel like I have to play Apex.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like at least I have to get a battle pass tier in a day, which isn't hard, you know. But like now it's that is what I feel like I have to do.
Yeah. I feel. I think like you know, going off what you said, you know, where you have to spend like more time, you know. I think like a lot of like I play like hella games too. Like I didn't want to get the Division 2 when you all told me to.
Oh,
get
in the Division,
2.
yeah.
Because like I was like, oh hell no,
That's
I had
another
like too many
game,
games because like
yeah.
on top of my PC games, I had like a bunch of games whitelisted on like my Nintendo Switch queue, and I was like, oh shoot,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
want to
just
get
more.
the Division 2, and then Peter's like, it's $3.
Well, and
like,
see, that's like it's $3. You might as well and
you
just
might as
enjoy
well,
it from time to time.
Practically almost free.
Well, for what it was.
Yeah. But going back to what you were saying, because the thing about like Apex Legends, like with the battle pass and everything, it's very it's kind of like an incentive, you know. You buy it and you get a lot of stuff coming out of it, but it also has its bad side, you know. You don't put it the time and effort, because I'm pretty sure like the whole point of like the battle pass is to promote playing the game, and putting your hours in it.
Yeah.
So that's why they have like these like tedious missions. It's like, oh, look at your weekly challenges. Hey, let's go ahead and like
get 20 knockdowns.
Yeah, 20 knockdowns.
I get like one per game. So.
Or just like or like use like one of these abilities, you know. It's like it's kind of like tedious work, but like it's also like ways to like I guess incentive is that the word?
Incentivize, yeah.
Yeah, incentivize playing the game, you know. That's the whole point of the battle pass. So yeah, I guess it's like if you don't spend a lot of time, it's probably not a good idea. But unless you really want something, like for me, I'm not gonna lie, I bought a battle pass just for one of the skins or one of the things in it. So, I mean, I think in my opinion, it's kind of worth the $10 because you're getting multiple skins along with the premium currency. You're getting the backup if you put in the time and effort. If you get it to 100, but like, yeah, it's just I guess, you know, you gotta.
Well, and I mean, just like I said, you know, I because I've been dividing my time so much between these games and like I feel like I have to play Apex now.
Yeah.
I don't even know when the season's up, but I feel like. Yeah, it's trying to incentivize you to play the game, and I guess I should have thought about that more before I got it. You know, I mean,
you got the Wraith skin. That's
I got
skin.
I got it because honestly, I got it because I really wanted the R99 skin.
Oh yeah,
that was nice.
That one's really nice.
A lot of the weapon cosmetics look really nice. I'm not as much of a fan of the model, like the characters, like the Wraith.
Oh yeah,
I like the Wraith skin.
It's
I'm glad that I got it. Yeah, it's Robody.
We're waiting for the waifu.
The waifu. Oh yeah,
bikini.
yeah. What? No, but or like what is it? The other one's Watson, I think. Like I don't even have Watson yet.
Yeah.
But no, I'm in it for I think like the weapon skins.
Yeah, and weapon skins are cool too. You know, and like. So like sometimes like it'll vary, you know, depending on which game you get, right? So I think in that, so like I think it was Modern Warfare. I think it was Modern Warfare that had like the you know what, for the most part it's kind of the same actually.
Well, I don't think I'll ever buy a battle pass for Modern Warfare, and the reason why is because in Modern Warfare, it doesn't matter what operator you choose.
Yeah.
Like, who you have doesn't have any effect on gameplay. Like, I could be, what is this, Wyatt? That's who I have right now. Or I could be any of the other characters, and it's not going to affect my gameplay at all. Whereas, like, in Apex, who you pick is, like, how you're going to play that game.
Yeah.
And so that's why, like, I enjoy getting skins for the characters on that. Because, like, if, like, Pathfinder, I love Pathfinder. I love his skins.
Yeah.
If I'm not gonna play, like I said, Watson. Like I don't even have Watson.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Because like in Call of Duty, it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Yeah, it's like
if you're gonna play one side or the other.
Right.
And then, but like in Apex, you can choose whoever you want. You'll get it 100% of the time.
Right.
If the other teammates don't pick.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least you do have like that assurance, you know.
Right. Well, and even if it's not like my main, like, you know, like I said, Pathfinder is who I love to play, but so many of the Battle Pass challenges make you play other people.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have skins even for the people that you don't have, because at one point or another you're going to play somebody different.
Yeah,
you know.
And then you want to like try them out too, you know.
Right, or if you want to try them out, right. Whereas like in like I said, in Modern Warfare, it doesn't matter who I play. It doesn't matter if I'm Ghost. I love Ghost. I love his character.
I love Ghost too, yeah.
But if I don't play as him, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
The weapons, though, I kind of like the weapons, just the way that they look.
Yes, yeah.
Like, that's cool. But, again, the only thing that changes is, one, I mean, I know it's cosmetic, is the cosmetics. You can use the same attachments. It doesn't change what attachments you can use. I think that'd be kind of interesting if they did it that way. Like when they first had the cosmetics, I thought that when you got it, like what was it, the Piercer, the SMG was like the first one that I got, and I thought that I had to use those attachments for it. So I was like, oh, you know, that's kind of an interesting take on it. Like you have to use those attachments for that weapon. But then I realized you could change them, and I'm like, okay, well that kind of takes not the fun out of it, but it's like if they made it so that, like, if you got this weapon, this SMG, and then you could only use those attachments for it, that would be interesting, because then you'd have the cosmetic that made it look a certain way, but then you could only use it for that certain play style.
Yeah.
And I guess they don't want to limit their fans, so I get that, but that would be an interesting take on it.
It's just like another intricate way that can like open up paths for like people who are like playing, you know, like they wouldn't have like thought of it that way.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, let me try out using these attachments. Oh, but I have like this thing that I got from the battle pass. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like a good way to like diversify play styles. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I got you.
Diversifying play styles, that'd be really cool. But I wanted to like hit on something regarding battle passes. So like it kind of hit me when you were saying, oh, like you can only play, it's like a 50-50 chance in Modern Warfare. But in like, so in Apex, it's 100% chance, right?
Right.
So what would be your opinion on like playing in like PUBG or like Fortnite, where you will for sure get it and you can customize it to your own because you're like that only person?
What do you mean? Like,
so like, would you think it's like,
well, because I never played Fortnite.
Oh yeah,
like I really didn't get into
Yeah,
Fortnite.
yeah.
So PUBG's different because like the way that your character looks comes more from what you're wearing.
Yeah. Like, well, you put it on, right?
Right.
Oh well.
No, like the armor.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
The
like
armor.
if you're wearing
yeah,
the helmet,
yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
have the helmet. If you're
Yeah,
wearing
yeah.
a certain backpack, you're gonna have that backpack.
Mhm.
I don't know how the battle pass works in PUBG. Because like you said, it's the same person every single time.
Yeah, yeah.
Or same variant.
Yeah.
You know, like of some random person. So I don't know. Do you know if it's just like weapon stuff?
I know. Well, in Fortnite, so in Fortnite, you kind of you're your own person, right?
Right. You have the character.
Yeah, you have that character, and you get like this default guy with like blonde hair, or whatever. Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. I don't know what the dance is.
And then but like so pretty much you're different like characters, you're different avatars. Like you just click, you go on there, you go on your customization tab, you click on that player model, and then you're that person.
Right.
There's nothing different about it. You just change your looks.
Like there's no abilities or different.
No,
yeah.
it's all the same. You can build, play Minecraft, do whatever.
But I mean, some of the skins, I have seen some of the skins in Fortnite, and those look pretty cool.
Yeah, they
I
look
mean, if you're
pretty
into
cool.
it, like I know a lot of my, students.
I think it's like
work at a school. So.
Yeah, I think it's like a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you see it. Well, because in Fortnite you can't really diversify unless you're changing up,
like what the characters do.
Changing up your weapons.
Oh, your weapons, yeah.
Because the characters all do the same thing. They all
right. Well, and that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like very fond of like playing Apex because like Apex kind of had like that like it was kind of like Overwatch kind of, you know?
Like every game
like
felt like unique kind of thing.
They have their own like unique abilities and everything.
Right.
And then like Overwatch, like you had other people doing what support. You had like other roles, support.
Right.
Healing, tanks, your gibbies,
ammo down,
or your damages or whatever.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought that's what kind of like brought like that's why I like Apex. You know, that's why I really like Apex.
Right. Well, and that's why I like League of Legends too, because like you can play a million different games and have a million different outcomes.
It's a different game every game unless
plays being made.
Yeah, unless it's like the same exact game.
What?
But yeah, so hitting on your original question, like the future of like games and battle passes, I think right now, as soon as this battle royale
fad,
this battle royale fad withers away, I think there's gonna be like, well.
And I mean, I'm not necessarily asking like what the next big thing is going to be.
Yeah.
Because that's, only time's going to tell on that. But like, do you think that they're going to keep the battle pass mechanic, or do you think that they're going to go back to like having paid DLCs?
Paid DLC.
Or like, just the stuff that we've seen, like you said in the beginning, like you have to look at the past to see what's going to come.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I was a big fan of DLC.
Yeah,
because
it's still a pretty big.
And
thing,
I know it still is a big thing, but like,
and honestly,
think
about it's actually like it's for sure thing. It has to be like DLC. Pretty much has to be in games nowadays because that's what
it's expected.
It's expected because that's what people want.
Right.
Because they like want more content from the game.
The problem with that though, like when I say that I'm a fan of the like DLCs, I'm talking about like back in the day when you had like a full game at launch, right?
Yeah,
and then everybody's like, oh my gosh, that was such a good game, I want more. And the problem that I've seen, and I know a lot of people probably have said the same thing, is that nowadays they're releasing games where like you play it and you're like, okay, but that's it. Like you're kind of like, okay, I want more, but I want more because I feel like I didn't get what I put into it, or what I should have gotten out of it. And then they release DLCs, and it's I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. One of those things, and I loved the game, but it was Jedi, the new Jedi, Star Wars Jedi, Fallen Order.
Yeah,
I loved the game. I'm a huge fan of Dark Souls, as you know, and I loved the way that the combat felt. It felt very Dark Souls to me. It's in the Star Wars universe. It tells a really neat story, and I think that it was paced very well. It had a very good story. It had a very good like timing on it. Like I played it on the hardest difficulty as a Grandmaster, and it took me a while. Like it took me a good while. But I think if I played it on like story or anything less than that, I would have blown through it a lot faster.
Yeah.
And even though I loved it, I still feel like it was a little hollow.
Hollow? What do you mean like hollow?
Like I feel like I didn't get...
Because of the story? Because of the characters?
Because I feel like there's room for so much more that they could have told. Like it's in such a... Well, I know you talked about Star Wars in your last one, so I don't want to get too into this. But
it's a Star Wars podcast.
It's a Star Wars podcast now. No, they're at such an interesting point in the Star Wars universe where it's transitioning from the Republic into the Empire. And I loved that. There was a lot of like cool little things, like, you know, you'd go through, I don't want to spoil anything, but like you go through certain areas and you see like a crashed gunship. Like
I think I've seen that scene.
And or like you see like a crashed Venator like on its side. And like even in the beginning of the game, like you're hiding as a Jedi. I think most people know this. You're hiding as your Jedi powers, and you're on some planet and you're scrapping old Venators so that they can make Star Destroyers now.
Yeah.
Which to me is like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
But because of that, they're in such this interesting place. I feel like they really didn't touch on a lot of the really neat stuff that they could have within the game. Not necessarily speaking like lore wise, but just there was a lot of places you could have gone, a lot of things you could have seen that didn't get touched on. And now going back to the DLCs, I'm sure that they will eventually release DLCs that you will, like, you know, maybe you'll go to Felucia, or something like that. You know,
Felicia's nice,
but there's like once I finished it, I felt like I didn't quite get what I paid for.
Okay.
You know, in terms of content, I guess.
Yeah.
That was really long and drawn out, I know, but so I'm waiting for DLC for that because I know I'll play it.
Yeah.
But going back to what I said about Dark Souls, like it had that Dark Souls feel, but playing through Dark Souls 3, I still don't think I found everything. Like I don't even have the achievement for getting everything because there's so much stuff, even without the DLC, to find and to do, and there's all these weird, intricate ways to, like, you have to get into this covenant by jumping into this guy's back. It's just like all this stuff, and I feel like Fallen Order didn't give me that. You know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I meant.
Yeah. I can definitely see where you're coming from, especially from like a consumer's point of view, especially when you're dealing with like these games that don't necessarily have like a lot of content. I can feel for you because like I feel like a lot of like games are doing nowadays, or at least companies, they're like taking advantage of how like DLC is a must. You know, people are expecting DLC,
right?
And then it's like in their mind,
they're taking advantage of
that.
they're
taking advantage of it, and they're like, oh, let's shorten up the game. You know,
right.
We can take out like a good chunk of it.
Yeah, we can take out a good chunk. We could put it in the DLC, and then we can have it at an earlier release date, so we're getting our money faster.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I feel like is happening.
And then they're like buying like $20 DLC. You know, it's like extra $20 in their pockets because like, oh, there's more DLC. Let's play more of this game. It's like this. So a good example is, I think like a lot of people had this controversy with this game, especially. So Kingdom Hearts 3. That was a real.
I never played Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah,
I played the earlier ones, but
so a lot of people compare Kingdom Hearts 2 to Kingdom Hearts 3 because of how much content was in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Right.
And Kingdom Hearts 3 was really underwhelming.
Like hollow. Like
yeah,
I said, just
hollow.
Like,
yes. I remember I played through Kingdom Hearts 3. Also, Kingdom Hearts 3 was slow. Like the voice acting was like kind of like annoying too at some points, but that's out of the question.
separate question.
But Yeah, it was like hollow. A lot of people were kind of unsatisfied with how the story, not how the story went, but unsatisfied how the amount of story or the amount of content was in it.
Right.
Because from what I've played, all the Kingdom Hearts games, I'm pretty sure they don't have DLC besides Kingdom Hearts 3. And and then I think Square Enix took advantage of how Kingdom Hearts 3 or Disney, could have been one or the other. Disney is pretty money hungry too. Because Disney has rights to Kingdom Hearts.
No way. That takes me by surprise.
Donald Goofy.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just like like playing through the game. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It took me back. It was kind of
gives you that feeling.
Yeah, it definitely gave me that feeling. But what the big thing about it was how the DLC turned out to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who was being lazy and who part, but I don't want to spoil anything, but fact of the matter is the game, the DLC,
mm-hmm.
pretty much made you play, like, I'm pretty sure more than half of it made you play through the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3 all over again.
Okay.
And it was literally a copy and paste situation for the DLC. And I feel like it adds to the story, because you get some questions answered. Yeah. But that's literally just it. You get some questions answered.
Yeah.
I
can see how that would be like,
mm-hmm.
kind of feel like a waste.
Yeah. And so like nowadays, like you just see DLC. You're like, oh, hey, play this new DLC. And then like another good example was Destiny 2.
Okay.
Destiny 2,
Don't get me started on that. No. Well, no, I mean, I guess you can because that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Destiny is one of those things that like if I, again, had the time to commit to it, I would definitely get the DLC.
Yeah.
Just because of, like, it's a very good game.
It is,
I know it had its rough start. Both Destinies kind of did, but I think that it's a really neat concept that turned out very well. I loved Bungie, obviously, since Halo.
Yes, Halo.
And I don't know. Destiny, like I never played through Forsaken. I never played through, whatever the new one was. It's been a while since I've touched Destiny, but like I think I would. Destiny. I think I would. Like the story that was told in Destiny 2 was really good. I liked it. I enjoyed it, and I would play the next one. I would play for more.
Yeah.
Or I would pay for more. Sorry. So. Sorry, I didn't want to steal your thunder. Go ahead.
No. Keep going. You're fine.
That was it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, just like DLC from like Destiny 2. You have all these games.
Mm-hmm.
They look so good in like previews. They look so good in like trailers.
Mm-hmm.
You end up playing it and you're so like underwhelmed. You're so like disappointed.
Were you underwhelmed?
Well, with Destiny 2, like I saw like what people said about Destiny,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay, it seems cool. I played Destiny 2. I'm like, dang, this is really short. Yeah, but like again, like that's like the story, That's what I was gonna say about like DLC versus Battle Pass.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to see like what kind of genre game you're playing. So like with like Jedi Fallen Order, like there's always there has to be like DLC, but like with like the Battle Pass in like such a multiplayer heavy game where you kind of need internet to play it.
Yeah,
like Apex, Fortnite, League, everything else.
You'd
like a
battle pass.
Like DLC Battle Pass is like multiplayer's games version of DLC.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like, I'm not expecting like a DLC for Apex.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not how that's what the seasons are for.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
their DLC.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I like the whole map change. Although I want to go back to Kings Canyon at some point, which I know they are with the new event system override.
Bring back Kings Canyon.
Bring back Kings Canyon 2020. I think that serves as their DLC, and it's really neat that is free.
Yeah.
Which is why I understand why the Battle Pass works for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I'm not expecting a DLC for Apex, that kind of makes me think of Overwatch 2.
Oh yeah, Overwatch
I don't know what
2 with the Blizzard.
I don't know what you think about that, but that's like if they said, yeah, we're coming out with League of Legends 2, I'd be like, okay, like how does that work? So I don't know.
Overwatch 2, I saw it and I was like, oh, that's a cool concept. So from what I've gathered from Overwatch 2, apparently it's more story oriented.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So I think there's like gonna be like a whole bunch of stories like with like each like character involved and everything, and there's like a bunch of new characters too. I think you have like 2 or 3 more added to the regular first Overwatch. So there's gonna be a lot more. But I think it's more story oriented. I think one of the devs were talking about that. But like it still has like its multiplayer aspects. You know, it still has its regular multiplayer aspects.
So like, is it gonna be? Well, I don't know if you can answer this, but like going back talking about Fortnite. Fortnite wasn't a battle royale originally, or I guess it was, but like it had the survival mode and the royale. So is it going to be like a story mode and like classic Overwatch? Do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
Story mode and classic Overwatch. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I hope. I think
that's what I hope for.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to get it because I didn't get
right?
so into Overwatch. It was cool. Yeah. It was really fun.
It was really fun. Yeah, but it got stale.
I didn't stick with it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I think it's gonna be. I'm probably gonna get it when it's on sale again.
You think?
Because I'm pretty sure it's gonna go on sale again.
Right.
Like it's probably gonna be bought out at launch. We'll see how people say about it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll wait for the reviews.
Yeah, I'll wait until like all the updates happen. But like,
that's
going back to like Overwatch 1, you know, they what Blizzard really tried doing was they tried to like implement story into their multiplayer game. So like remember how like in the game you had like the co-op with like going against like all the AI and everything. Yeah. That was like a big part of it, and I felt like Blizzard really wanted to implement that into the game officially. So they kind of made Overwatch 2.
Overwatch 2.
Yeah, so there's like a bunch of like missions in there around the world, and I'm excited. You know, if there's anything I'm gonna buy for Overwatch, it's gonna be because I'm buying Overwatch 2. For the story, you know?
Right. And yeah, like I think the story is interesting about like in the Overwatch universe, but historically, I mean, like you said, they're trying to implement a story into a multiplayer game.
Yeah,
I think that's a really neat concept, and that's something that you know, talk about Apex. That's what they did in Titanfall, in the Titanfall games, and I feel like if that's what people are expecting, it'll be a success.
Yeah.
But if it's not what they're expecting, like with the original Titanfall, I feel like people weren't expecting like a campaign multiplayer, you know, because that's what it was. It was like
really?
every match that you played was like a scenario. I guess a scenario. It was like a little tidbit of time.
Okay.
Like, and it was when you put them all together, when you put together all of the different multiplayer like scenarios, it told a story through a campaign, sort of.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. I mean, I could be getting that wrong. I never played the Titanfall games, but that's like I've watched a lot of videos on it, and that's kind of what it is. Like a lot of the story, a lot of the lore came from the multiplayer, and when Titanfall 1 came out, I don't think people were expecting that, and it kind of fell flat.
Oh, okay.
So if that's what they're planning to do with Overwatch 2, then I think that they need to be really clear about that.
Yeah.
Just so that people aren't taken by surprise expecting. Because, I mean, think about it. A lot of people hear a title. Like, if I hear Battlefield, I know what I'm in for.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
If I hear Call of Duty, I know what I'm in for. If I hear Overwatch, my mind is going to what Overwatch 1 was. So if they say Overwatch 2...
push the payload.
Yeah, we've got to move the payload. I'm going to think of that.
Yeah.
And so I think that they need to be careful about that and people not being ignorant, but just kind of assuming.
Yeah.
And then they should make it clear, like, look, this is what we're going to do. We're still going to have a story mode, a campaign, whatever, and we're going to have this, you know.
But I think they're going to hit it good because... that's the thing. They like introduce like the co-op type of multiplayer story. Right. So I think I'm pretty sure they're going to work off of that. They kind of saw like how like a lot of like good things came off of that. They got like positive feedback coming off of like their story co-op. They're trying there. So I think they're going to do something similar to that. You know, I mean, if they do something like what you were just saying about like Titanfall, you know, that'd be, oh wow.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if I got anything wrong about Titanfall to Titanfall fans out there because you know what I know is from videos that I've watched on YouTube and from Apex because Apex really got me interested in Titanfall. So I don't know. I think that it's really interesting, that idea of like telling a story through multiplayer.
Yeah. It's I think it's interesting too.
That was something that they tried. I don't know. Did you ever play Battlefield Bad Company or Bad Company 2?
No, I did. I never tried Bad Company 2.
That was interesting. It wasn't as much of a forefront as it was with like Titanfall or with Overwatch, but like Bad Company 2's campaign ended. And then that's where the multiplayer picked up, and like you could play either one independently of each other, and it wouldn't matter. Yeah. But like when you played the multiplayer, and you were playing like the Russians or the U.S., if the Russians won, it was really cool. There'd be a cutscene at the end of the game saying victory or defeat, depending on what team you were on, and then something would happen in the background. So like one of the maps I remember was called Atacama Desert, and if you won as the Russians would, like in the cutscene, they would invade the town. And then if you won as the United States, you would be like kicking them out. And so like it went with the story of what was happening in the campaign.
Oh, okay.
But it carried it on afterwards. And like I said, it wasn't important. Like it didn't matter, but it was kind of interesting. You know?
Yeah.
And so I would like to see stuff like that more. So
yeah, I mean, like in Modern Warfare, they had like the regular campaign. Right. And then it said play the Spec Ops to finish more. The story.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this is new.
Yeah,
like,
that's new. That's interesting.
Yeah, so I thought that was neat. how they wanted to.
That was an interesting take on Spec Ops, because with Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops, it was just like little like get 3 stars here, and it was like a cool. It was almost like the beginning where you have to go through the shoot house.
Yeah,
like,
you have to
get
go to
3
the
stars.
House. There was like the snowmobile one too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So. I think that was an interesting direction that they took it. I'm glad that they did.
Yeah.
So
I like because I like how they implemented like campaign along with, because like at the end there's like that post credit scene where it was like it's like, oh, we're gonna make the group now.
Right. We're gonna make
like
Task Force 141.
Yeah, McTavish or whatever, and then they got, who was it? Riley Ghost. Yeah. And I was like, ooh. And then we weren't sure if it was like gonna be like, the second game, or like it could have been a season pass 2.
Right.
And then he ended up becoming out in the season pass for the second season pass. So I was like, oh, that's neat. So, but yeah, it's cool. I think like Overwatch. I have no idea.
Going back to Overwatch.
Yeah, going back to Overwatch. But
let me say something else.
Yeah, go for it.
So, because I'm playing it a lot now, Legends of Runeterra.
Oh, lore.
Yeah. I think that's also a neat way to continue the story of like what you're telling. Because for League of Legends, I know that they're like totally revamping their history. Like it used to be, the reason why they were called summoners is like you'd have a character that you were controlling because you were a summoner, and they would settle disputes in their land, and like that's out now. Like that doesn't even exist anymore, and that's kind of weird how they just changed everything. But I think the direction that they're going is really neat. And instead of going League of Legends 2, they're coming out with other games that are telling more of the story.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as a fan of card games, I love Magic the Gathering. I love Elder Scrolls Legends.
Hearthstone.
Yeah. I didn't get into Hearthstone as much just because I'm not into the World of Warcraft universe. Yeah. But it's a fun game. Like, it's really fun. It's just not my style of game. I don't know. Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not into.
You don't want to play as Jaina.
Yeah.
You want to play as Hecarim.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And so I really like that they took that direction rather than trying to cram more stuff into League of Legends to tell a story. They're coming out with other stuff to tell stories. And I know there was like a dev stream or something where they're talking about another game that they're going to come out with that tells more of a story from this point of view. And so I'm a big fan of that. Like with Legends of Runeterra, like the card art is fantastic, and then there's the little flavor text at the bottom that tells more of the stories of what's going on. So I'm a big fan of that, and I hope that other games can follow in that vein, not necessarily copying the next big thing. Like we were talking about battle royales, like it doesn't have to be a battle royale. It doesn't have to be like a CS:GO clone. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
You can go and do your own thing and tell more of your own story, you know?
Yeah. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we kind of rambled. I'm sorry.
No, that's
I
good.
took it off in a weird direction.
No, it's more content for the viewers.
I gotta get this stupid
Shout
little fly away.
Oh my god, there was a fly on there. Oh my god.
I hate those things. I do. Much like koalas. No, I'm just kidding.
Poor koalas. Poor
It's all right.
koalas.
There's
Poor
one over
koalas, ladies and gentlemen.
I hope that they don't die.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I hope
retract my
they're,
statement from Red Robin.
I hope they're. Wait a minute. Just kidding.
They are stupid, but I don't think that they should die.
No.
I'm retracting.
you. It's
I'm
okay.
backpedaling.
You're backpedaling.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think this is a good place to end it.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a good podcast.
Good
I enjoyed
podcast.
this. -2.
-2.
How do we do this? -2.
-2.
Woo! Thank you guys.
Thank you. So
Thank you, Charles, for having me.
yeah, of course. Everyone, thank you. Daniel. I don't even know what. Thank you, Daniel.
You're welcome.
For coming on the -2nd
-2.
episode. -2nd episode.
I'm enjoying it.
There'll be more content. I know I haven't posted in a while, and I already broke my New Year's resolution, but
It's partially my fault, I feel.
no.
Because I kept saying I'm gonna come over and do this, and then I never did.
No. It's okay. Because like I was trying to make like other like content videos too, some like kind of challenges. I don't know, but there'll be more coming. So again,
Are you? Can I spoil
Yeah, go
something?
for it.
Are you gonna podcast from?
Kelly.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't feel like bringing my setup.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's all right. I was just curious.
Yeah. I mean, should I
It's up to you. Vlog.
vlog? I'll probably vlog.
Okay.
We'll see. Okay. But I am bringing my camera for sure.
Yeah.
I need to
That's
take
what I
pictures.
meant.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah,
a video, like a vlog.
Mhm. But thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you.
Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Thank you. Ding, ding, ding.
Wherever
ding,
it is.
Ding.
I don't
Please
know. I don't edit these things.
like the video. Daniel will like the video.
I will like the video.
If you like the video.
No, I'll like it regardless.
Oh, you'll like it regardless?
I can never tell, like, when you're trying to high five me. You just kind of like stick your hand up and it's out of my peripheral vision. Oh. Wow.
But
It got weird in here, people.
yeah, subscribe, like, watch the other videos. I got another
This guy.
podcast with Kenny. Check that out. But yeah, give us more topics. Just comment.
Let
down
us know
below.
what you guys
Let
think
us know what you guys
in the
think.
comments. I know we talked about a lot of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but we want to hear your opinion.
Murder stories. I want to do that with someone.
Oh, murder stories or scary stories?
Murder stories, like real life murder stories.
Jody Arias.
Where the
I'm just demonetized. No,
Demonetized.
I don't even know.
Oh no. But yeah, I think that's it.
All
Let's
right.
call it a wrap. Like the video. Do you want your social media in the
I
description?
don't really have social media presence.
I'll put your Instagram.
You can put my Instagram.
All
The
right.
last thing I posted was like from Thanksgiving of last year. So
Yeah.
follow me, please. I
Follow
want you to see
him.
my turkey.
You're gonna have 2 more followers by the
Yes,
end
2
of this
more.
week. Yeah.
Oh my god. That's the way to go.
That's the way to go. I like it. Okay. Bye.
Bye.